Takes so long. Tell me I'm live, baby. There we go. Okay. Let's tweet this out. I'm live. Ranked seasons and talking about prospects. Paste. Tweet. Beautiful. Pop out chat. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Dave? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Julian? Ramrod? The Showtimes? How's everybody doing today? Guys, I want to talk about prospects today. I just kind of woke up and all these prospect lists coming out, all this cool stuff happening. You know, this is like my favorite time of the year. It's like Christmas to me, seeing, you know, who's ranked where, especially as a Braves fan, considering that, you know, the farm system the past 3 years is like all we've been able to hang our hat on. That's changing. Our farm system is awesome. But I want to talk about a lot of other stuff too. Do you know any Texas Rangers prospects? Yeah, I really like Leotis. Isn't that his name? Leotis Tavares. He has a funky name. Just a sec. Yeah, or Leody Tavares. Yeah, I like him. He's a great prospect. I mean, I definitely top 50. I think that he's still really, really young though. He's a potential 5-tool stud though. He's just got a long way to go. He's still only 19. It's probably going to be 2020 before you even think about calling that guy up. But he could be a quick riser. Who knows? Maybe he comes up not this year, but next year or something like that. I still think he's probably 2 years out, though. Liberty and looking at Kyle Tucker and Forrest Whitley scouting report, and they look like future studs. Dude, I like Kyle Tucker. I think Kyle Tucker is a great prospect. I think he's very, very solid. I love Forrest Whitley. I think Forrest Whitley is an ace. I really, really do. And I think he's going to be very young whenever he comes up into the... Like, I think he's going to be an absolute stud for the Astros. He's the one guy on the Astros that I would label untouchable. Kyle Tucker... I could see a scenario if it were for the right piece where you could think about trading him, even though I don't think that's going to happen and I don't think the Astros will. I could see like a scenario where it could happen. Forrest Whitley, I would not trade Forrest Whitley. And typically it's the opposite with me. Typically I'm like all on board with trading pitching prospects, but no to hitting prospects. But I believe in Forrest Whitley that much. Yeah, Ethan, dude, it's good to be back, man. Meadows, I'm kind of bearish on Meadows. I'm not a huge Meadows fan. I think he has a chance to be, you know, fine, but I don't know. I don't think he's going to be like a star or anything like that. Dude, Acuña in spring training is going to be so hype. Guys, if you don't realize how good Ronald Acuña is, he was 3 years younger than every single player that he played against in High A, and he dominated it. He was 5 years younger than every player that he played against in Double A, and he dominated it in a pitcher's ballpark. And in Triple A, he was 7 years younger than but against the average player that he was playing against. And he did better in Triple A than he did in any of his other stops. And then he goes to the Arizona Fall League against a whole slew of other top prospects and hits 7 home runs in 23 games and absolutely dominates it. He's going to be so good. You played against Chance Adams from the Yankees. I've been hearing mixed reports about Chance Adams. I've been hearing like some reports that you know everybody's still really high on him. They think he's going to be really good, and some reports that I don't know enough about Chance Adams. I haven't looked into him enough to really be able to say, but But yeah. You have a card? An Acuña card? What kind of card? Is it like a really good one, or is it just like, you know, a standard prospect type card? It could even if it was standard, it could still be worth a little bit, like down the road, you know. The Arizona Fall League is awesome. I've always wanted to go to one. Cham 2K. Okay, first, Vlad Guerrero. Best hitter in the minor leagues, no doubt. Maybe one of the best minor league hitters ever. I can't remember the last time that any publication was willing to throw an 80 grade on a hit tool. That is unbelievably rare. I think they labeled his power tool right now as like a 70. I kind of see it right now as more of a 65 with a future value of a 70. But which either way, it's still great. It's hard to explain just how good of a hitter he is. The big problem with Vlad is that we don't really know what position he's going to play. But regardless of where, if he has to move to first base or even if he has to DH, he's going to be fine because his bat is just so special. But Bo Bichette has a chance to stay at shortstop. A lot of people think that he may have to move off of that position later on. But dude, he looks great so far, but I have seen a lot of prospects question whether or not that run that he had last year where he was hitting like 380. I mean, it was just absurd. Whether that was kind of fluky and whether he's going to regress some. And there are a lot of questions about whether his bat will play at the higher levels and stuff. But if both of those guys hit, if I were the Blue Jays right now, what I would do is I would try to do a turbo rebuild because I don't think the Blue Jays are going to be competing this year, but Bichette and Vlad have a really good chance of being ready by next year. Like there's and I would not call up either one of them this year because of service time issues. You know, you want to keep them down to gain that service time or to gain an extra year of control. But what I would do is I would trade off as many valuable pieces as I can this year and just absolutely tank. And then I would try to, and by doing that, I would try to pick up pieces that are really high upside and really close to the majors right now. Like that within like a year or two could be in the majors. And try to time it to where they were coming up around the same time that Vlad and Bichette are coming up. And Alford, you got to remember about Alford too. He's pretty good too. And then if you can pull that off, if you can get several high upside pieces for, you know, some of your pitching, Aaron Sanchez, Estrada, guys like that, or not Estrada, Stroman. If you can do that, then you can do one of the fastest rebuilds ever. You could have like a 1 or 2 year rebuild. Yeah, Vlad, even though Vlad could come up right now and probably be fine, he really could. Like he's that good. It doesn't make sense from like a team building perspective to call him up right now, just because like they don't really. The only way that changes is if the Blue Jays are competing and they need him. If they need him, then call him up. But I don't really see that happening. I see the Blue Jays being, you know, a below average team this year and them needing to build for the future. And that's why I would hold them down and try to get some high upside pieces right now. What's up, Vincent? How you doing, man? What's up, McFright? Sorry I hadn't been saying what's up. I got into
first baseman number 5.
I got into that Blue Jays discussion, and I wasn't reading the chat like I should. Okay, God, dude, pitching to Bagwell always scares me. There we go. He just looks like he's about to knock the shit out of the ball. But I'll tell you, man, I'll tell you one team right now that I just feel awful for. Like, they are in such a bad spot. They really are. And that's the Royals, man. I didn't even realize how bad it was until I went and just looked at their farm system. I looked at their major league roster, and they really don't have – they have, like, Whit Merrifield to trade and like, a couple other guys, you know, and they could maybe get some semi-interesting pieces out of that. But their rebuild is going to be long, and it's going to be painful, and it's going to be arduous. It's not going to be fun for the Royals. I hate to say it, but because I like the Royals. I think the Royals are a cool team, but they're in bad shape right now. My top 5 prospects. Okay, for number 1, even though I'm a Braves fan, and a lot of Braves fans are going to dog me for this, my number 1 is Shohei Ohtani. If you consider him a prospect, I think he has to be number 1. Number 2 is Ronald Acuña, just because I value his 5-tool upside more than the one-dimensional stud that Vlad Guerrero is. I think, you know, obviously Vlad is a better hitter, but I think that Acuña makes up for it with his defense and his speed and stuff like that. So Acuña is number 2. Vlad is number 3. Number 4, I'm going to give it to Glaber, even though he was, you know, hurt a lot of last year, and there were a lot of other guys who were really good. I'm still going to put him number 4. I like him. I think he has a lot of upside. And I think the Yankees definitely have a good one in him. Number 5, I'm going to give it to Eloy Jimenez. It's pretty close between, to me, it's like the top 3. It's Vlad, Acuña, and Ohtani, and then that's like tier number 1. And then, you know, tier number 2 is like Eloy, Glaber, Fernando Tatis Jr., Michael Kopech, Nick Senzel, guys like that. And so, yeah, that top 3, in my opinion, is just kind of a notch above those other guys. Even though they're great. Victor Robles is another one. They're fantastic. Don't get me wrong. They all have chances to be superstars. I just think that Vlad and Acuña and Ohtani's tools are so loud that it just puts them just a slight notch above those other guys. The Marlins are not in a great place right now, definitely. But I think they're definitely in a better place than the Royals. And because they've rejuvenated their farm system, I really like Monty Harrison, too. I think Monty Harrison has a chance to be real good. And they still have some valuable assets to sell off, like Bohr. They still got Real Muto, who's probably going to get traded. And they could reinvigorate that farm system a little bit more. And then, you know, I don't hate where the Marlins are right now. I don't think what they did was optimal. You know, Justice Sheffield is a stud. I love Justice Sheffield. I always confuse, even though they're really not a whole lot alike. I always confuse him and Tristan McKenzie for some reason. Like, I always think that McKenzie is on the Yankees and Sheffield is on the. I don't know why, but I like Sheffield a lot. I think he's going to be great. King Turbo, what's up, man? What about you guys? What is y'all's top 10? Personally, my top 9 are all hitters. I don't get to my number 1 pitching prospect until number 10. That's where I have Forrest Whitley, is at number 10. Just because I value hitting prospects a lot more than I value pitching prospects personally. And then Michael Kopech is right behind him at number 11.
Third baseman, number 5.
Oh, no. That's a disaster. Damn it. Oh, shit. My dog keeps fucking humping me. Dude, Vincent, my dog has been doing the same thing lately, man. What's the deal? Is this freaking hump season for dogs? Mackenzie Gore. I hear a lot of people saying that Mackenzie Gore is the best was the best player from last year's draft. He certainly had the best start out of any player from last year's draft. But personally, I think I still like the upside of Hunter Green and the safety of Kyle Wright a little bit more. Oh yeah, you're fucking hosed. Okay. Just a little bit more. Not a ton, but I still think Mackenzie Gore, I think Gore, Green, and Wright are going to be the gems of that class. I'm not big on Royce Lewis at all. I don't think Royce Lewis is going to be that great at all. I hated that pick. I'm not a big believer. I'm also not a big believer in Brendan McKay. I'm not a big Brendan McKay guy either. But Gore, Wright, and Green, I think, are all going to be very solid. What's up, Trey? What's up, Sean? Oh, come on, drop. Oh, what a play. Oh, that's cool, King Turbo. I understand, man. It's seasonal. You know? Some people just get out of baseball season. I understand it. Man, if I were the Twins, I like the Twins too. You know, they're one of my favorite teams in the American League. Definitely the American League Central. But I just hated the Lewis pick, man. It reminds me a lot of the Moniak pick from last year, and I hated the Moniak pick. I hate these guys that have like really loud tools, like they have a really good glove and a lot of speed and shit like that. But they don't have power yet, but they have the body to get power eventually. I'm not a big fan of guys like that. Jaron Kendall is another example of that. I just don't believe in them. I think that guys like that bust way too often to draft them 1-1, you know? And Mickey Moniak has showed it. You know, Mickey Moniak has not been great at all. He's been awful, actually. A show's finest card, Nolan Arenado. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think there were a lot of people that were probably deserving of one that didn't get one. Yeah, maybe Lewis turns into a stud, but he hasn't been bad or anything like that. I don't believe in the bat. I just don't. Yeah, in last year's draft, Royce Lewis went #1 overall. And whenever it happened, I was so excited because I kind of knew like where all the teams were leaning towards drafting. And the Twins, I thought the Twins were going to take Kyle Wright at first. And whenever they didn't, I was like, dude, the Braves are going to get Kyle Wright, who is exactly who I wanted. I wanted a college pitcher who had a lot of upside, and and Kyle Wright was the best college pitcher in last year's draft, in my opinion. I didn't want Mackenzie Gore or Hunter Green or anybody like that because I thought a college pitcher fit the Braves like competing timeline better. I didn't want a guy who was going to be stuck in the minors for 3 or 4 years not contributing, you know, for a while, just because the Braves window I think is going to open in 2019, which jives with Kyle Wright's like estimated time of arrival very, very nicely. Yo, we're killing it right now. Yo, Dante Henriquez, what's up, man? Giants are screwed giving up Arroyo. I mean, the Giants farm system definitely is not very good, but I don't think Arroyo was the best prospect in that system. I think Helio Ramos is the best prospect in that system. I think that there are 3 guys right now who aren't top 50 prospects that I think could jump into the top 10 at like by this time next year. There are 3 guys. Helio Ramos is one of them. The other ones are Joe Adell for the Angels, and what's his face? He's another outfielder. Shit. I'm trying to think. Hold up.
The right fielder, number 19.
Monty Harrison. I just talked about him earlier. Monty Harrison. He's the other guy that I think could make like a huge jump this year. Do that, just, you know, get a slower guy up there. You couldn't figure out how to... I like pitching with Arrieta. You just... I think against lefties, you have to figure out how to locate this slider in lieu of a changeup. Yo, get him. Got him? No! Come on now. You think Bumgarner is going to be that good? Animations, man, they will fuck your world up. Oh my God, come on. Tim Beckham? We've been waiting for that Tim Beckham breakout year for a long time, bro. You know, he was the #1 overall draft pick in like 2007 or something like that. He's been quite disappointing for the most part. Like, a lot of people thought that he was going to be like the next A-Rod. Honeywell, I like Honeywell. I think he's a tad overrated. I see a lot of prospect lists that have him like in the mid-teens overall. I would probably have him in like the 30 range. You know, like the 30th best prospect. I would take probably Sixto Sanchez over him. I would probably take I don't know, there are a lot of guys that I'd take over him. I think a lot of people get caught up in the novelty of him throwing a screwball, but you know, I like him. I think he has more of an upside of like a good 3 or a decent 2 than he does of like being an ace. When he is about to throw, well, if he tips his pitches right before the ball comes out of his hand, that's not really all that terrible, you know. The only guy that I know of in this game, I haven't found anybody else that it's really easy to exploit. Is Nate Jones. He's the only guy that I can just truly exploit because he tips his pitches so bad. I've never seen that with Arrieta. Oh, I don't think Tim Beckham is going to be bad. Like, Tim Beckham has had a decent career so far, you know, relative to what a lot of guys do. I just don't think he's going to be a stud. I just think he's going to be, you know, all right. You can't do that, Showtimes. You can't just take what he did in a small sample size and extrapolate it out over, you know, 162 games. So I can almost guarantee you that Tim Beckham isn't going to have like a 25 homer 100 RBI year. I just don't see it. McMahon, is it McMahon or McMahon? You know, I think he's one of those guys that I think the Rockies should think about trading. They have so many like guys who are good that can play a lot of different positions in the infield. They just have like a gluttony of those guys, and I like him. He's fine, but I don't know. I just don't see him having a place on that team. Maybe as a first baseman at some point, but because can he play second and third as well? Like, he can play a lot of different positions, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how the Rockies fit all these guys on their team. I know DJ LeMahieu is a free agent in like a year or two, so that'll open up a spot for someone. But that, you know, Like, Brendan Rodgers has to go somewhere, you know. I've been like 90% fastball slider this game. I need to mix up some like change-ups and stuff. Let's try a change-up here. Oh. Okay. There we go. It's going to be tough to do with Ian Desmond on the payroll, man. That was a bad signing. The Ian Desmond signing was bad. If you planned on playing him somewhere other than first, it would have been fine. But giving that much money to a guy like Ian Desmond and telling him to play first base, that's just really dumb. It's a really bad move. Now, Rodgers is another guy that I really like, though. Where is Rodgers this year on the prospect list? Hold up. Okay, Pipeline, who is definitely not my favorite prospect outlet. I don't think they do really a good job at all. Hey, guys, do you realize that, like, there may be 50, 55 FV, maybe not even that many, maybe like 40, 55 FV prospects in baseball, and MLB Pipeline gives that grade out to like 120 guys? Like, they are so generous with their prospect grades. And, God, they have like freaking 350 grade prospects. They're a freaking dime a dozen. Which is just crazy because a 50 FV prospect is like an average major league player. You know, like that, it's pretty good. Anyways, now that I've stopped talking about Pipeline, they have Rodgers at 15, which I feel is about right. They have him as a 60 FV prospect, which I think I think that's probably fair. I think he's probably a 60. I think he's going to be really solid, though. Out of that, the guys who were drafted in, was it the 15 draft, where Dansby went 1, Bregman and Rodgers went after him. I think Rodgers is actually going to be the best one out of that group. I think he has a chance to be better than Bregman. Not saying I don't like Bregman. I do. I think Bregman's really good, but I think Rodgers could be amazing. Let me bring the chat back up. How much money? I forgot exactly what the average annual value is on that contract, but it's definitely high relative to the production that he gave him last year. Hey guys, if you're in here right now, if you could hit that, if you could hit the like button, that would be very cool of you. I'd probably like you at least 7% better if you did. Just go ahead and hit that like button. All right. I don't think Bregman is a 99. I don't think Bregman is Altuve or Trout. I think Bregman is a guy who's going to make a few All-Star games over the course of his career, be a very solid player, a good piece on a championship team, you know. But I don't think he's going to be like the torch bearer. I don't think he's going to be that guy. I could be wrong. A lot of those guys do break out and they become that, you know. Imagine the Braves in like 3 years. A lot of it is gonna come down to how the pitching develops. if Luis Gohara is really good, if Mike Soroka turns into a good like number 2 starter, maybe number 3, if a couple of those like high upside guys like Tuki Toussaint or Patrick Weigel end up being pretty good, if they can fill out like 3 or 4 of those rotation spots with well above average pitchers that are cheap and controllable, I think the Braves are going to be really, really good in like 2 years. Because I believe in Ronald Acuña. I especially believe in Ozzie Albies. I think both of those guys are going to be absolutely phenomenal. Like guys who could have a couple 5+ WAR seasons type good. Not saying they're going to be that consistently, but I think consistently probably 4 wins is more reasonable, maybe even 3. But they're going to be phenomenal, and so yeah, I think the position side of it, obviously we have to find a long-term answer at catcher, third base, and our third outfield spot, but and potentially shortstop if Dansby doesn't improve. But overall, I think the Braves are in a great spot going forward, and I'm really excited to see how all these prospects develop and pan out. Yo, get out. You're in your last period. Well, I'll try to stream for a good while so you guys can catch like the tail end of it or something. Yes, I do think Dansby has a better year. How good it's going to be is just going to depend on how he's made adjustments to hitting sliders. That was his problem last year. I've said it over and over again. He is awful. He cannot hit a slider to save his life. But if he can get to the point to where he's even semi-competitive against sliders, he's gonna be very, very good. Like better than average. He'll be very good. But that's a tall task, man, to get better at something that you struggled just so mightily with. He's I don't know, man. He's got a lot of risk attached to him right now, but hopefully he figures it out. I know he's a freaking gym rat. He works really hard. He probably knows that he struggles against sliders, so he's probably doing all he can to get better against them. So hell yeah, Curtis, dude, I'm a big Braves fan. I love Braves. I love the Braves, and I love prospects. Those are two of my favorite things. Yo, Big Ben, what's up, man?
Third baseman, number 5. Brooks.
How are you? How are you doing today? Oh, Ben, bro. I'm gonna go and get the PSN cards tonight, and I'll have them to you tomorrow, probably around noon. Does that sound good? I don't have the time to go and get them right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go to Walmart tonight and get them. I have a Walmart pretty close to me, so it's fine. What's going to happen with Acuña? I think Acuña stays down in AAA for the first 15, 16 days of the season to gain that extra year of control. Which, in my opinion, is definitely the right move. That 7th year of control is extremely important. And then I think he comes up, and I think fans are going to be disappointed. I'm not saying that because I think Acuña is going to be bad. In fact, I think Acuña is going to be extremely good. I think Acuña is going to put up like a 3.5 win season maybe in like 140 games or something like that, which is incredible for a rookie. I mean, those are incredible numbers for a rookie. But I think fans are expecting him to come in and immediately be Willie Mays. And I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to take some time. But eventually I do think Acuña turns into one of the best players in the league. Austin, I haven't really looked into Austin Hayes a lot. Obviously I've heard of him, and like I've I see him talked about in prospect chats and stuff like that quite a bit. But I don't know. I haven't scouted his stat line. I've never seen him play in person. I don't know. Let's go look at old Austin Hayes just a sec. Holy crap. Oh, wow. Dude, Pipeline just went ahead and slapped a 60 grade on his hit and power tools. And his arm. Dude hit... Woo! Yo. How... Whoa, dude, I did not realize he had that type of year. 323 with 32 home runs? How is he not a top 20 prospect? There must be something that the scout line, that the stat line doesn't tell you. There must be like he doesn't have the bat speed to play at the higher levels, or scouts are questionable whether or not he has the bat speed to play at the higher levels. There has to be something, because those stats are sexy. He looks more like a 4-tool outfielder. Like it looks like his speed is probably going to be average, maybe slightly below once he gets older. But he looks like a good defender. But just based off the grades that I saw, looks like a good defender with an amazing bat. So. Hype for Senzel. I think Senzel is going to be the best player from the 2016 draft. Well, either him or Forrest Whitley. Oh, concede. I'll take that. Hell yeah, baby. But Senzel is just a pure good hitter. And he plays good defense too. Like he's definitely a plus defender at third base. I've even heard some rumblings about potentially moving him to second, which would be his. God, if he could play an effective second base defensively, his bat would play so good there. Holy crap! But I think he definitely has the bat to play at third. I think he's going to be a 300 hitter. That probably I don't think his power is ever going to get to the point where he's dropping like 40 bombs a year or anything like that. But I think if he averaged like 25 home runs a year, something like that, that would be reasonable. He honestly, I know that they're not exactly the same, but as far as just like their raw stats go, I could see him being a lot like Freddie Freeman, but at third base. I like Nick Senzel though. I think he's very safe too. I think the likelihood of him reaching that ceiling is very good. Uzi, they on Baseball America they had 8 top 100 prospects. On MLB Pipeline they had 8, and then on ESPN they had 10. So yeah, but in total, because there were some guys that were left off of ESPN's list that were on, I think they have like 12 or 13 guys that have appeared on a top 100 list. So in that sense, they have like 12 or 13 top 100 prospects. But Keith Law is kind of funky. Like he does his rankings like he does his own thing. Like he has Austin Riley completely off his top 100 when a lot of other people have him like 50th. And then he has Colby Allard off of his top 100 when a lot of people have him on the top 100 too. And then he has Christian Pache, who's kind of a low minors outfielder for the Braves. He has him all the way up at 50 when the other guys didn't even put him on the list. So yeah, he's kind of weird. He kind of blows everything up. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Chris Sale in this game, Samsa. Yeah, the thing that I like about Alex Anthopoulos, Curtis, is that that he didn't come in with the idea to blow it all up. He didn't come in saying, okay, these prospects, they aren't my guys, but they're really valuable, and we can just trade them all away, get real good right now. He's willing to stick to the process. He's willing to let these guys grow, to let them develop, and to be patient. And I think that that's really important, because I did not want Dayton Moore to come in here and just blow it all up and, you know, try to get us to win a World Series like this year and then us be terrible for 10 years. You know, I didn't want that.
Leading off for Mississippi, third baseman, Jumbo.
Well, Alex Anthopoulos hasn't really gotten a chance to show like what he can do as a Braves GM. I think guys. Honestly, if you didn't know about the rules violations and everything, Copy was fine as a GM. I'll tell you who was really bad though, and who really, the two guys that really ruined what the Braves were trying, or not ruined, but made it less optimal. Was John Sherholtz and John Hart. Those guys, they were all about like doing this halfway rebuild where they were in between, like trying to rebuild but trying to put a watchable product on the field at the same time, which in my opinion is the wrong way to go about it. Like, you either go headfirst into the rebuild or you don't rebuild at all. The Nick Markakis signing was all Hart. The Hector Oliveira trade, from what I've heard, was a lot of Hart and Sherholtz. All of those weird trades to get guys like this and to keep payroll pretty high, all of that stuff was John Hart. It wasn't Coppolella. Coppolella, whenever he had free reign, he did a pretty good job. He did an excellent job drafting. I disagree with the whole philosophy of building through pitching. But other than that, I think Copy did fine, other than the rule breaking. Obviously, the rule breaking kind of stains everything else, but, you know. Oh, make that play. Markakis has been decent. Yeah, but for what? Like what's the point? You're paying like now, basically what it's amounted to is now that you're spending $11 million on him this year, whenever that money could have been used to get a player to help us be better this year, instead of 3 years where we weren't competing at all, like where we were doing nothing. We weren't going to the playoffs. We weren't doing anything like that. The Markakis signing was just bad. Like, we probably should have traded Freeman at the start of the rebuild. I know that fans don't want to hear that, but at the very beginning of you don't do it now, but at the beginning of the rebuild, Teheran definitely should have been traded. Nick shouldn't have been signed. They did this weird thing where they, instead of going all in head first into the rebuild and commit to being terrible for like 2 to 3 years, they tried to do this in between thing whereas if they would have went head first into it and really just committed to stacking the farm system and all that good stuff, it's possible that we could have like an amazing team right now. Oh yeah, I think Cole is going to be fine. I do. Cole is going to be perfectly fine. Oh, come on. This guy is good. I don't think I've ever played him, but I can just kind of tell he's a good hitter. We may have to dig into the bullpen at some point. The Kimbrel deal was terrible, dude. Like, we could have gotten so much value out of Craig Kimbrel, but we diluted the value so much, all because we wanted to attach Melvin Upton's contract to it. And that's so dumb, to dilute your value, or your surplus value that you're going to get from the best reliever in baseball at the time by attaching a terrible contract to it. That's such a bad idea. And if you go back and look at the guys we got, like, who did we get? We got Dustin Peterson, Jace Peterson, Matt Whistler, I think, and Carlos Quentin and Cameron Maben. Like, it's just bad, man. It's just a really bad deal. Come on. Safe. Yes. Hey, what's up, AJ Rage Gaming? Who do you think is our future left fielder? It's hard to say, man. In long term or short term, because I think there's a good argument to be made that eventually what ends up happening is, like, Ender moves to right whenever Christian Pache comes up. Christian Pache takes over center, and Ronald Acuña moves to left. The likelihood of that happening is very high, in my opinion. But it's just hard to say. It's definitely a need that we have to fill, though, at some point. Oh, the Shelby Miller trade is definitely... That's the best trade we ever made. The Shelby Miller trade was amazing. Like, even though Aaron Blair hasn't worked out and Dansby has had his struggles, Ender Inciarte alone makes that trade amazing. But even if you factor in the fact that Dansby has a chance still to be a really good player, that trade was unbelievable. I love that trade.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Roberto.
Yeah, Steven, that would be awesome. I love it when guys, you know, stay with one team his whole career and all that. But once Freeman's contract is up, honestly, it might be better. It's almost never a good idea. It almost always works out poorly whenever you give big contracts to first basemen in their 30s. It almost always works out poorly. And at that point, Freeman, there's a good chance that Freeman is in his decline, and that he's still, but he's still going to be, like, really good, and he's going to command a ton of money. So if we have to pay Freddie Freeman like $25 million plus at age 31 for, you know, 6, 7, or something crazy like that, honestly, it's probably better just to let him go. But you know, if he gives us the hometown discount or something, hell yeah, I'd be down with keeping Freddie. Oh, Hayward for Miller? Well, the way we parlayed that trade, it definitely worked out in our favor. Sparky, I think he has a future with the Braves in some capacity, but I don't know exactly what capacity that'll be. I don't think he's going to be like a coach or anything like that, or a GM, or, but maybe like in the player development department or something like that potentially. Giraffe Neck, yo, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? We're just talking prospects, grinding some ranked seasons, all that good stuff. What's going on with you, bro? Do I have any Braves? Are you talking about like baseball cards and everything? Do I have any autos? I don't know if I do. I have like a giant collection of like 3,000 or 4,000 baseball cards that this lady sold to me several years ago. And I went through some of them, but I don't know. I just kind of have them put up somewhere. Maybe I should start giving some of those away on the channel. I think that'd be kind of cool. Ah, shit. I hate knuckleballers. Yeah, something like that, Sparky.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 31, Max Scherzer.
Yeah, I don't think Chipper would ever be that good of a coach, honestly. But I do think that players really like him, and I think that he would be like a really good guy to have in the organization in some capacity. I just don't know what he would excel at, you know. You have a Dansby? Oh, please. Oh, I hate R.A. Dickey so much. Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah. Cham, honest, if I'm being honest with you, yes, I'm very, very worried. Just because it's so out of the ordinary for them not to have any streams, any trailers, or anything like that. The only thing that we've gotten is the stupid bat flip thing. So, man, I just really hope that there's not something that's really wrong with the game, or that they're, you know, I just hope that this has something to do with like marketing or something like that. They thought the best marketing strategy was to hold back info or something for whatever reason. That's what I'm hoping it is, but for the sake of the channel and my sanity, I sure hope it's not anything worse than that. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. See you, Dave. Oh, that's a good call, Giraffe. That's a good call. They may do that. But yeah, maybe. It just, man, it just seems so weird because, like, last year, weren't we getting, like, we already had, like, 2 trailers, and we were already getting, you know, like, streams with gameplay and all that shit. Like, we were getting that last year, like, 2 weeks ago, you know?
Leading off for Charlotte.
So, I don't know, man. I don't know, but you're probably right. It's probably just, you know, the timing. They're trying to work it out best to get hype at maximum capacity. Maybe they're trying to do like a Rockstar. You know how Rockstar will only put out like really small pieces of info on Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption or something like that to get people just like super hyped up about it. I don't know. Maybe SDS is trying to do something like that. It's possible, I guess. Yo, JIFFV, what's up, man? Guys, go sub to JIFFV, man. He's the one who created my logo and my banner and all that. His channel is in the description. I'm keeping his channel in my description because he helped me out so much. Yes, he did. Yes. Oh, come on. Umpire Reggie Jackson. I feel like I'm with Scherzer and this guy. I feel like I'm walking on pins and needles. Like every pitch, I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be crushed. And the fact that I'm facing Dickey isn't helping because I've got to kind of keep this a low-scoring game. I'm not gonna score a lot off of fucking Dickey. Wait, what's up, Jiffy? Jiffy, it's always weird saying your name because I always feel like I'm about to say Jivvy, who's another MLB YouTuber. I don't know. There are a few guys that are like that. There's like Gaming with GV, Jivvy Gaming, or Jivvy World, and then you JIFFV. I don't know. It's kind of weird how phonetically there's so many guys with that same type of. Ah, shit. Yeah, this might be Scherzer's last inning, folks. Oh, they copied you? Yeah. What were you saying, though? You want to throw another one my way? What do you mean? Well, it's definitely been a couple weeks, Sparky. Yes, he did. Yes. Come on! Alright, let's try to work the outside corner. There we go. God, dude, this guy can hit, man. Like, anytime you face a guy that can really hit and he's throwing a knuckleballer and you're not hitting knuckleballers good, it's just a recipe for disaster.
Leading off for the Eagles, center fielder, Andre Dawson.
There we go. This should amount to a run somehow. It's going to be a double, though. Hey, what's up, Jose Arcia? Another banner this banner. I didn't show my full potential with this one. Dude, that would be amazing, dude. The only thing that was like a little bit like that I think could have been improved a little bit with the banner and the logo and all that is like the color contrast, because sometimes like with my icon, if it's really small, it's hard to see the difference between like the blue and the white of the B. You know, that's the only like small little nitpick that I would have with it. Otherwise, it was great. Yeah, man, we already talked about Acuña some, but the too long didn't read of it is Acuña is a fucking amazing guy who's gonna be unbelievable. What's up, Jose? Oh, yeah. I'll take that all day, every day. God, that was kind of cringe. All day, every day. No! Ugh. Piss in my ass.
The left fielder, number 8, Ryan Braun.
Dude, fuck Dickey. Shit, shit, shit. Yes. Okay. We got a run out of it. I didn't know if I was going to be able to score right there.
Now batting, second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Dude, okay. The process. Scott Kingery, I'm higher on Kingery than like anyone else. I think he has a chance to be the best offensive second baseman. Maybe not in all of baseball, but maybe a top 3 offensive second baseman in all of baseball. I think Scott Kingery is an offensive stud. He is a stud with the bat. I'm not a Phillies fan, bro. I'm a Braves fan through and through. But if there was one guy that I could have off the Phillies farm system, it would be Scott Kingery. I love that guy. I think he is a monster. Jose Arcia, not that often. Hey, what's up, X-Bandit? Probably won't be better than Altuve, so yeah, that's why I said top 3. Because I also think guys like Albies, like, you know, in 4 or 5 years have a chance to be really good too, offensively. So he may not be like the best, but he has a chance to be, you know, one of the better bat first second baseman. Got kind of like a Daniel Murphy or something like that. Mickey Moniak is not... Dude, Mickey Moniak was awful this past year. He was so bad that he dropped off every top 100 prospect list except for MLB Pipeline. Like, he was not good at all. Oh yeah, I loved Moneyball. Only thing I didn't like about Moneyball is how they didn't talk about how good that A's rotation really was. Like, they had Mark Mulder, Barry Zito, and Tim Hudson in that rotation. Like, that rotation, it was, at the time, it looked a lot like, you know, like 90s Braves. Like, a lot of people thought that rotation was just going to be unbelievable forever. And a lot of people thought of Tim Hudson as being the third best out of all those guys, and ended up he was the best out of all of them. Steven, it depends on the money situation. I think the Braves are probably going to have about $60 million to play with next offseason, maybe even a little bit more. But I don't think it makes sense for Atlanta, given what I think payroll is going to be over the next few years. It doesn't make sense for Atlanta to go out and sign, you know, a Bryce Harper, a Manny Machado, or any of those studs like that. But on that second tier, I think the Braves could do a really good job of getting some of those second tier guys, and them end up being, you know, really good. You know, those like 3-4 win type players that fill a need. That's who I see the Braves targeting next offseason. Not the studs, not the Bryce Harpers of the world.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the pitcher, Scherzer.
Is Ruiz good enough for third base for the Braves? I don't think he's going to. The best I think Rio Ruiz could hope for right now is the strong side of a platoon with Johan Camargo. But in order for that to happen, he's going to have a really strong spring. I'm pretty bearish on Rio Ruiz. I don't see him being a viable long-term piece, honestly. I think the Braves. I don't personally, Curtis. I don't see the Braves trying to get guys who are over 30. I see them trying to go after guys who are in like their mid to late 20s, if they're available. But if I were the Braves, I would certainly avoid giving out big time contracts to, you know, someone who's like 32. Yeah. Yeah. Hold up. Breakout to. Oh yeah, yeah. Gohara might be a Rookie of the Year candidate. In fact, I would honestly. Well, Ozzie Albies isn't eligible for Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I think Gohara is the best chance the Braves have to be Rookie of the Year this coming up year. I think he's going to be fantastic. I think he has the best out of all of our pitching prospects. I think he has the best chance to become an ace, to become a number one. If we got Todd Frazier on a 1-year deal, it'd be amazing. The problem with signing a third baseman long term right now is Austin Riley. Like, we don't want to block Austin Riley because he's starting to get pretty close to the majors. Like, he's not that far off. Like, at worst, I think mid-season 2019. At best, like late this year. So you don't want to block him. Another name that that I've kind of thought about for this year is Eduardo Nunez. I think he would be an intriguing option at third base for us. But if we got like a 1+1 or a 2+1 with Todd Frazier, that'd be excellent. That'd be ideal. In fact, I'd be super down for that.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
Johnny, I don't know if I would go as far to say that something's really wrong. I think that there is a really good chance that it really is just, you know, like they're trying to time the marketing to where the news is really slow, so the hype is at fever pitch. I think that's very possible, even though it's out of the ordinary for them. But I mean, there is definitely cause for a little bit of concern. So I don't know, man. I don't think it was dumb. But I don't know. The Machado to short thing, I think it's fine. I don't think it was idiotic or anything like that.
The pitcher, number 43, R.A. Dickey.
The process, probably not. Just because Arenado would be way too expensive. You never ever want to invest like 20% or more of your payroll into one player, and it's almost certain that the Braves would have to do that in order to sign Arenado. Without like not taking money into consideration or anything like that. Obviously that would be a fantastic thing to do. But unfortunately, money, does play a role in it, and the Braves just aren't the type of team that can sink that kind of money into a player like Arenado. Unfortunately, right now that could change with SunTrust Park. Like if attendance is incredible this year, and the Braves have a lot more money to play with, maybe I could see something like that happening, but. Where it stands right now, I don't see it. Jared, I definitely agree about Vlad 100%. I think it'd be foolish to say anything else. He's one of the most extraordinary prospects I've ever seen. Bo Bichette, I think that there definitely are fair questions to ask about Bo Bichette's game. I don't necessarily think that he's going to be, like a top 20 player or anything like that. It's possible. I don't think that that's a reasonable outcome for Bichette just yet. Donaldson is the one that I could realistically see happening. Even though he is older, and like I said earlier that we don't want to bring guys like that into the organization. The thing that it helps with Donaldson is you could probably get him a little bit cheaper. It's possible that you could get Donaldson for like $25 million a year or something like that. And if that's the case, sign him to like a 5-year contract or something like that. 5 years. What would that be? $125 million. Then sure, maybe bring him in.
Now batting, second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Johnny, I'm kind of the same way, man. I'm kind of OCD about that. I like things being very I like things that are routine that I can count on, And that's probably not a good attitude to have, being a MLB The Show fan, just because SDS does have a reputation for being so inconsistent and stuff. But what are you gonna do? Jose, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't agree with you. There have been studies done into just how big of a role managers play, and the consensus seems to be that even the best managers, which Bobby Cox was a really good one, and Bobby Cox had one season where he estimated to add about 4 wins to the Braves season, which is unbelievable. But the best managers nowadays are only going to add like 1.5 to 2.5 wins to your season. And the worst managers are probably not going to hurt you. Like they're probably not going to take any wins away or anything like that. So that's a very, very close grouping of stats. So it's difficult to make the argument that managers play that big of a role in the regular season. Now, in the playoffs, I could see the argument that since decisions are magnified to such a great extent that managers are really important in the postseason, But I'd have to see like some data suggesting that. Right now, it's just like a feeling that managers might be a lot more important in the playoffs. Yeah, Samsa, that is the big worry, and I think that Donaldson. Oh shit! Hold up. I think Donaldson. The thing that like makes it intriguing about Donaldson to the Braves is that once he starts his steep decline, it would probably come defensively first. So what you could do is once Freddie Freeman's contract or time is up with the Braves or whatever, you could... Oh, shit. Fuck me, man. Is that you could move Donaldson over to first base and mitigate some of that value loss and still keep his bat. But we just don't know how well Donaldson is going to age, you know. So, God, I hate fucking facing knuckleballers, dude. Ugh, I'd be murdering this guy right now if I was facing, you know, a 99, like a good 99 or something like that. That wasn't a knuckleballer. Logo pressured to be removed. God, man, if you watch my channel a lot, you know that I am not that big into political correctness or shit like that. Like, fuck that shit, dude. Say what you want. Like, I don't think people have a right not to be offended. I just don't. I don't think that you have a right to not to be offended. With that being said, I think that it would be like a nice gesture for the Indians to come up with something that looks like a little bit more respectful or something like that. Or, you know, for like the Redskins to change their name. I think it'd be a nice gesture, and I think in the future it'd probably be the best business move to do that, because I do think people are getting more and more outraged about stuff like that. But overall, I don't think they should be forced to do it. I don't think they should be forced to change their name or to change their logo or anything like that. I think that's fucking stupid. The First Amendment exists, and you don't have a right to force someone to change something just because you're offended by it. Vincent, I think the best place to start it is slightly high and inside.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
Yeah, Sam. So that's you're totally right about it. Most Native Americans are like everyone else. They don't give a fuck about anything like that. They don't give a fuck. They have real life issues to deal with. Nobody gives a or like some people do, just because some people like being outraged about stuff. But like, it's almost like it's not real life, dude. Like, people have to pay their bills, do that shit. Like, who cares if some stupid organization has an offensive logo or an offensive name or something like that? Who cares? Like, I know that as someone, my bloodline is like 85% Irish, I think, something like that. And if you want to talk about an offensive logo, is there anything more offensive than the Fighting Irish and the logo of a drunken Irish brawler for Notre Dame? I don't think so. That's a pretty offensive logo. I literally have thought about that not once in my life, about like me wanting them to change their logo or anything like that. Not once.
The pitcher, number 43.
Oh, absolutely, Johnny. Absolutely. That's the thing. Like, you have to think about it from a business perspective. And honestly, I feel like if the Redskins changed their name right now, it would hurt their bottom line. I don't think it would help. But in 10 years, like, the way that everything is going and the way that everybody gets offended at everything, and there's like this huge culture war going on right now, I think it might be in the Redskins' best interest, you know, several years down the line to change it. I hate knuckleballers. Yes, I do. Fuck knuckleballers. Yes, Samsa. Holy crap, dude. That woman got destroyed. Jordan Peterson, man, is a juggernaut. He's a juggernaut. You, like, if you think that you're going to call him on and interview him and, like, get him in a gotcha situation where, you know, all of a sudden his philosophy, he has to rethink his entire philosophy and all this, it's not happening. His thought processes are just way too well thought out. But wait, it's been... Yeah, I saw that. The right not to be offended. Man, what a stupid concept. It's just such a dumb concept. The right not to be offended. Maybe Killicam. Are you talking about like wearing Native American garb and stuff like that, and how it's cultural appropriation? Like, all right, man. Like, do people really fucking care? Do people really care? It just it's so it just feels so weird that there would be someone who truly cared. Like, if you're a Native American and someone dressed up, you know, wearing a freaking headdress or whatever, it just seems so weird that people would get so bent out of shape about that. Know the secret to the game. You have to be patient and look for a good pitch to hit. Curveballs off speed. Yeah. I just hate knuckleballers. I really do. This guy can hit. Like, I feel like I've done a really good job of holding him to 3 runs. It's just really dumb, though, that I feel like there's a lot of RNG that goes into hitting knuckleballers. I used to not think that, but I'm starting to come more and more around to that idea. All right. We got to do it here. Guys, if you haven't already liked the stream, I'd really appreciate that. If you have, thank you. I like you 7% better than I did before.
Leading off for Mississippi.
RNG, like randomness. RNG. I think it stands for random number generator or whatever. God, dude, I just freaking drove the ball right into the damn ground. And I'm late. We're righties. I'm late on that knuckleball so often. Oh, what a frustrating game. Oh, well. I bet this guy 100% has Phil Necro and Luis Tiant in his rotation too. Like, I would bet money on it. Oh, Okay. It's not over yet, fellas. You tried to sneak a fastball in there. It's not over yet. All right, let's go with V-Mart. Ah, shit. He's got the fucking auto shift on him, too. Oh, shit. That was a bad swing. Shit. Golly. Good game, guy. Not a lot I can do. I just hate knuckleballers. Let me go fix me something to drink. I'll be back in just a sec. Ugh. All right. Ugh, Charlotte Stone Crab, suck a dick. Nah, he was good. That would have been. I hate the fact that I didn't get to play that guy with like a normal pitcher on the mound. I feel like that would have been a really good game. Okay, let's make some changes. I don't want to pitch Scherzer anymore. He's pretty bad. Let's go. I don't want Vita Blue. I've thrown him way too much this year. We got Tiant because we buy into the knuckleball cheese as well. Let's go Warren Spahn. I'm down. Let's get another lefty in there too. Let's go. We'll go Chris Sale in place of Arrieta. Let's just try. Let's just just try him out. Just give him a little try. It's not gonna hurt. This is the time of the year to experiment and stuff like that. Chad Green, is he that good? He's all right. We'll throw him in the rotation. We'll throw him in for Raleigh. Or in the bullpen, I mean. Anybody else? We want to... Maybe Fernando. Throw him in place of Goose, of the Goose. And... I haven't used that Gary Sanchez card. I don't really want to, though. Okay. None of these guys are really all that interesting. What do I have at third? Oh, yeah. I have my creative player at third base. This Lindor isn't that good, right? Yeah, he's not that good. I'm going to throw Hanley on the bench, I think. Put him in place of Bichette. Yeah. Alright. That'll work. Might get destroyed in Coors. Dude, the 99 Rollins is amazing. He's so good. I love him. Ethan, I've talked to him, man. He just said that he was real busy. I talked to him like a month ago. He said he was really busy with like school and that he was just like he hadn't played a lot of MLB The Show. But I'm sure once 18 comes out that he's going to be around more often. Fuck everything about Koji Uehara or Koji Uehara's card. Fuck everything about that card, dude. That card is so bad. So bad. I hate that card. Oh, dude, the 99 Cabrera is terrible, Vincent. He has a terrible swing. He's really, really bad. The Sanchez, I thought about putting the Sanchez in. I thought about it. but I decided against it. All right. Any more prospect talk you guys want to talk about? Ooh, we're facing 93 Oral. Interesting. Very interesting. We're facing kind of a lefty-heavy lineup, too. He's got 4 lefties in there. That's kind of good for us. He's got some lefty killers in there, though, too. All right. Yeah, dude. Cabrera, before they made the swings nerf so much, Cabrera was fantastic, man. He was like one of the better cards in the game. Fair. Oh. Oh. It's brutal. All right. Correa, Bellinger, Molitor. Dude, Molitor is sick. I like Molitor. That's just a fun card to me, the Molitor. That's awesome, Ramrod. But Rebel is tough, man. He is tough to beat. You got to play your absolute best. Who do I think has a shot at getting it? Which league? In the NL, I think the favorites in the NL have to be like on the Braves. Like, well, there are a few other teams that have good candidates, but Ronald Acuña, whenever he comes up, and Luis Gohara have to be like top of the list. You know, I got under that. Oh, yeah, dude, the Hershiser, I love the Hershiser. I think that there's kind of, I'm surprised by it, but I think that there's kind of a consensus around that 99 Hershiser being a really, really good pitcher. I haven't heard a ton of bad reviews of him. You just have to figure out how to use him. Vincent, it seems like you don't like the compact swing. It seems like you like that long-ass topspin heavy swing. I don't know why, man. Like, aesthetically, I get it. Like, it looks a lot more pleasing than that terrible, you know, little compact swing or whatever. But as far as the way it plays, it just doesn't play good enough. Oh, yeah. Dude, Rebel with the knuckleballer is just fucking unfair. It's unfair. They should put in a rule next year that Rebel doesn't get to use a knuckleballer. Just him. Like, they lock his account out from getting any of the knuckleballers. I would be okay with that rule. 92 Bueller. Bueller is okay. I can dig him. Yeah, I think Hershiser is probably my favorite pitcher too. I love the sinker. The sinker just has so much break on it. Yeah, I love the Hershiser. And I actually kind of prefer the sinker that doesn't get thrown hard. It seems like the harder you throw a sinker in this game, the less it doesn't have as much break. So I would rather have a guy throwing like in the low 90s and having a ton of break than a guy throwing it at like 97 with minimal break. Because at that point, it's just like a little bit better than like a four seam, you know. All right, let's see if we can come in with the low and end fastball, get him looking. Oh! Oh! Blue! Come on now. Good hit. Oh, he's got some wheels. Just a double though. Oh yeah, no, the Buehler, the only complaint I have with the Buehler is that his fastball is kind of flat. He throws it really hard. He's got decent secondary stuff. Even though his breaking balls really aren't all that good. How did I do that? Oh my God, really? God, the tagging in this game is an abortion. There we go. Whatever.
Leading out for the Eagles, right fielder, Carlos Beltran.
Yeah, tagging is perfect. That's one thing that I really hope they're working on is tagging. This is bad right now. God, it's real bad. I'm thinking about making a letter, or not a letter, but making a video titled "An Open Letter" to SDS or an open letter to MLB The Show 18, where I address like the things that have to be fixed and the things that we really want in 18, and maybe splitting it up into like online and offline type deal, like what we want online and what we want offline. Would you guys be down to see a video like that? The easiest for me to hit. I would probably say the live series Scherzer. Probably. I don't think the Felix is up there for me because I don't hit the. I mean he's probably like top 10, 15, something like that among like diamond cards, but I don't hit sinkers good really in general. So the fact that he has like a serviceable sinker makes him better than a lot of guys. Anybody that has like a really flat fastball, like I hit the Walker Buehler really good just because he has a really flat fastball. The Arrieta has been fine for me. He's not great, but he's fine. The Verlander is another card that I hit pretty well just because, once again, flat fastball. This Chris Sale, I can kind of get away with it with this Chris Sale because of the funky arm angle. You know, the fun, like the throwing across his body the way he does, it kind of makes it a little more deceptive. And he's a lefty, so I can see that too, just being bored of him. He's good. Like he just he didn't have if he had a slightly bigger delta between his changeup and his sinker, then he would be the best starter in the game. But since he doesn't, you know, I disagree, man. Like I like the Sale. Don't get me wrong. Like he's fine, but I don't think he's a top flight starter. I just don't. I've hit too well against him too many times to see him in that light. If you If if you can stay on the inside half with Sale, he's really good. Like, he can be really effective if you can mix his speeds and stay on the inside half of the plate, because his fastball, slider, and changeup tunnel better than any other pitcher in the game. That's what Chris Sale is great at, is tunneling his pitches, and that's what makes him good. But if you miss, like, over the plate or on the outside corner of the plate, it can get hit real hard. Like, you have to be very, very selective whenever you come, to the outside corner of the plate or over the plate. It has to, it has to be something the hitter isn't expecting, or it's going to get hit pretty hard, probably. Dude, this guy's piping so many fastballs, it's like catching me off guard. Hey, what's up, MLB Talk? What's going on, man? Dude, sorry I didn't get back to you on Twitter, MLB Talk. I'm so over the whole drama thing. Like, I really don't want to deal with it. I really don't. Like, either work it out yourself, or, I'm not gonna deal with it anymore. It's too much stress on me, bro. But I didn't even look into what was going on, so I can't, like, say anything really about it from an educated standpoint. But yeah. Okay, cool, good. I'm glad you guys worked it out then. Sales windup makes him good. Yeah, the throwing across the body thing is definitely a big plus with him. It makes him pretty difficult to pick up sometimes. But in my opinion, it's only effective if you come on the inside half of the plate. Like, if you to righties, if you go over here or like right here, it's gonna get hit pretty hard most of the time. Jason, what's up, man? I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing so much better than I was this, like, past month or two. It's incredible, man. If you go back and watch the stream yesterday, I explained what was going on. But yeah, I feel at 100% for the first time in months. Like, I truly do. I feel like I'm at 100% capacity for the first time in a long time. MLB Talk, yeah, just remind me on Twitter and I'll send you another one.
Outside, that's a ball.
Nice, big bomb. Oh, sweet. We got to quit. It's our second quit of the day. So how long have we been going? Hour 30. Okay, we're gonna keep trucking along here. Oh, please give me Ryan Tepera. Yes, yes, yes. I've been wanting this pull all year, guys. Look at those. Like, those. Actually, his stats really aren't that bad. Look at that. Like, he's not bad at all. Yo, I want to go check that card out. Hold up. I want to see what that card is all about. He looks kind of like a bronze beast. Dude. Guys, if you ever have, like, bronze restrictions or something like that, this might be a go-to guy. Like, those per nines are solid enough for a bronze. He's got good velo, good break, good pitch selection. I wonder what his delta on his fastball and changeup looks like, and I wonder how good his slider is. And I suppose his cutter. That's an interesting card. It's 1:30 where I live. All right, let's play another one. Let's play at somewhere other than Laughing Mountain, though. Let's play at Barnes Canyon because it looks exactly the same. You guys want to go? Let's go Crystal Falls. That hardly ever play here. Let's go Crystal Falls. Looks kind of intriguing. Ship It always ends up eating a lot of my home runs with righties for some reason. I don't know. It seems like the wind blows in for me a lot there or something. No, I do not think Sale is better than Kluber. I personally prefer the Kluber. What do I think about Glaber? I just talked about my top 10 prospects just a little while ago, and my top 5 was Shohei Ohtani, which is tough for me to admit because I'm a huge Braves fan. Ronald Acuña number 2, Vlad Guerrero number 3, Glaber number 4, and Eloy Jimenez number 5. But I do think that there is like a first tier. I think that Shohei, Acuña, and Vlad are all 70 grade prospects. I think they're extremely elite. Like, all have a good argument for being number 1. And then I think that there is a tier that's slightly below them that's like 65 to 70 grade prospects. And I think Glaber is the best of that group. But I do think that they're just a slight notch below those other 3 guys. But yeah, I think Glaber is really, really good. I think he's going to be a star. Hey, what's up, Eric Moreno? Bowly Woly, what's going on? Guys starting to roll in now that school's starting to get out on the East Coast. I like Sixto. His stuff is just out of this world. Like, he's a pure just monster when it comes to just how good his stuff is. The only question I have about Glaber is how effective his changeup is going to play at the next level. Something that's really rare for a pitcher like him is I don't have hardly any command questions about him. I think he already commands all of his pitches very effectively. And if his changeup plays at the next level the way that he could be one of the best pitchers in the league. If not, I think that he is like a frustrating number 3 starter, like a really good number 3 starter that, which is excellent, by the way. If you're a number 3, like, that's better than most people. But you'll always feel like he's on the verge of breaking out, but he never does. But I think he's a very likely candidate to hit to be elite level. All right, let's see if we can go in the outside corner. You know, I told you guys I don't like doing this with this card. Look at that. Oh, wait. Is that going to be an out? Yeah. Nice. Yes, 6 toes with the Phillies. Glaber's swing will be cheese at Yankee Stadium. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think Glaber, though, is going to... I think him and Eloy are really close, but I just like Glaber just a little bit better than Eloy. Just like a smidgen, just a smidgen. And I think Glaber if he wouldn't have been hurt this past year, I think there's a really good chance that he could have played himself into that elite group with Vlad, Acuña, and Shohei. The Grooch, bro, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Dude, the Grooch is sponsoring up again, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. It's awesome of you.
I got to count 2 and 2.
I think the chances of Sixto being Pedro are actually 0% because of like DNA and like genetics and stuff like that. I think it's physically impossible for him to turn into Pedro, but him being as good as Pedro, yeah, it's definitely less than 10%. Just because guys like Pedro are like once in a generation, you know. The Grooch, I can never say his name right. The Grooch is a legend, man. One of the longtime supporters of what I'm trying to do here. Get out, get out. Nope. Who is better, Randy Johnson on the D-backs or Pedro in his prime? In his prime, probably Pedro. I don't know if there was ever a pitcher better than Pedro in his prime. Maybe Sandy Koufax in his prime. But Pedro was really, really fucking good whenever he was at his best. Like, crazy good. Yeah, I know I say your name right. It's just it's hard for me to get out. The Grooch part, that it's just kind of a difficult. It's not a pleasant word to say.
Batting fourth, center fielder,
You've been lurking? That's cool, man. I love my lurkers all the same. One of the biggest lurkers ever is the biggest supporter of this channel, Jake. He's a huge lurker. Never says anything unless he's giving me money.
Leading off for the O's, left fielder, Carlos Beltran.
You think Randy Johnson with the D-backs was the best pitcher of all time? Whoo! Whoo! Oh man. Like, he was good. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's like one of the best pitchers of all time, no doubt. But I don't know. I'd have to run down and see just exactly what he did with the D-backs. I know he was good, but GOAT is difficult. Why is my beanie all fucked up on the ground? Hold up. You see this on my logo? Why is it like that? Is it like that over here? What the fuck? My beard is all fucked up too. Why is it like that? That's stupid. Ooh. That right there is what makes him so good, is the tunneling of his pitches. Who's the best closer of all time? Probably Rivera. I like Rivera too. Rivera's a good dude. He's just a stand-up guy. There's not really a long history of relief pitchers, though. You know, so it's kind of hard to say exactly. Yo, Jake, there you are, man. Should we walk Ripken right here? I think we should. To get to Tim, force him to make a decision here. Yep, okay. Maybe we can work out of this inning after all. Oh, dude, I'm playing Bowly Woly right now. What the hell? I didn't realize I was playing Bowly Woly. Dude. He comes to the stream all the time. What's up, bro? I didn't even realize I was playing you. That's hilarious. There we go. Is it cool if I give the... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, DeGrooch. That's fine.
Leading off for Mississippi, right fielder, Carlos.
God, dude, I can't hit this fucking Lincecum for shit. This Lincecum is super underrated in this game, by the way, guys. He is definitely a viable starter at the higher levels. Definitely. His sinker is good enough. You'll love it, AJ. Monitors make such a big difference. I agree. I think Kimbrel will definitely be a top 5 closer of all time. Definitely agree with that statement. I think Jansen will likely be a top 5 closer as well. Honestly, probably Chapman too. This is kind of a golden age of closers. Guys, you have to agree with the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Get out. Hang that slider to me, boy. You ordered a webcam today? Nice, nice. We're so good about the monitor. The monitor, it cuts down on input lag. So basically, whenever you have a TV, and you hit X to swing, it takes a certain amount of time for that info to make it to the game and to the TV, and for it to render and all that on the TV. And generally on a TV, it renders pretty slowly, like 40, 50 milliseconds sometimes. And when you get a monitor, it basically eliminates all of that input lag and makes it negligible, like 1 millisecond, 2 milliseconds, and it speeds up your bat quite a bit. So like fastballs on the inside half with righties, like it's a lot easier to turn on those with a monitor. You've seen a lot of women on webcams. Yeah, MLB Talk, are you going to turn into a cam girl? I use a Logitech. God, what's the... What's the model? It's like the C920 Pro or something like that. It's like one of the better Logitech models. No, I didn't. I don't watch a lot of NBA. At least until the playoffs start. Once the playoffs start, NBA regular season is just so boring to me. It's like we all know who's going to be in the playoffs. We all know, and even in the playoffs, most of the time we all know who's going to be in the finals. It's just there's so little parity that it makes it kind of boring to me. At least we cleared the pitcher. Oh yeah, well that's a good one. MLB Talk. Hey, S&M Gaming, what's up, bro? How are you today? Have you guys noticed though, just like how much, like I don't want to like sound conceited or whatever whenever I say this, but how I've just been a lot more pleasant in the past couple streams than I was before. It's all because I feel 1,000 times better. Like, I always just kind of felt like I was operating underwater before. Now I feel like I'm not underwater. Okay, let's see if we can get him with the old changey wangey for the win. Yes, sir. Who is better, Ortiz or Pujols? Oh, Pujols. Pujols, no doubt. Are you talking about, like, just at you know, from a value standpoint? It's got to be Pujols. Pujols, in his prime, he was one of the best hitters of all time. He was. If you go look at Pujols' numbers in, like, the mid-2000s, they are just out of this world crazy good. Ortiz was really good. Like, he was really solid. And, you know, definitely a Hall of Fame caliber player. But he never reached that just, like, absurd level that Albert Pujols got to. Of course, he won more than Albert, too, didn't he? Didn't he win more World Series than Albert? How many World Series did Albert win with the Cardinals? Maybe I'm wrong on that. But it seemed like Ortiz was a bigger factor, I guess, in the Red Sox World Series. A lot of people don't realize just how good Pujols was, though, because he hasn't been very good the past couple of years. Mopeds, I love you too, man. Albert got two. Okay. Yeah, that's right. It just always seemed like Ortiz was, like, the reason why the Red Sox won. Like, if it weren't for him, they wouldn't have won. It never really felt that like that with Pujols. It always felt like he was just, you know, like he was a major contributor, and they wouldn't have been the same without him, but that he wasn't 100% pivotal like Ortiz was, you know. Dude, this Lincecum is just kind of tough for me to pick up. You're doing a good job of tunneling your pitches, too. That wasn't a good pitch, but... Didn't Pujols take steroids? I don't think there have ever been anything but, like, suspicions around it. I don't think anything has ever come out to suggest that he definitely did. I don't think so. I don't think he took them. I mean, it's possible he did, but I don't think so. No more likely than Ortiz took steroids. Yeah, clutch is one of those things that I don't like to cite, though, because it's not really all that measurable. You know, there's so much variance and like outcomes and stuff like that in clutch situations that it's really hard to know, you know, like, yeah, this guy, clutch situation, he's going to be great because he's going to fail a lot of the time. You know, MJ missed as many game-winning shots as he made. Like, there's a lot of randomness that goes into it and a lot of luck. So, I don't know. I just don't like citing clutch as like a backbone to saying this player is good or not. You know what I mean? Over their career, definitely, Tim. Definitely. Brooks Robinson, not even close. Brooks Robinson was the best defensive player of all time, regardless of position. Brooks Robinson was out of his mind good. Oh, God. Oh, no. Am I going to send him? I'm going to send him. Hope I get luck. Nah, he's fucking out by a mile. Damn it. Ugh. Yeah, Schmidt. Yeah, we talked about this the other day. Schmidt is the best overall third baseman. Brooks was the best defensive third baseman. Good hit. I hung that. Yeah, that was meat. Ooh. Turned on that nicely, too. I think it was a little bit too inside, though. Andrew Jones, 100%. It makes me so mad that he struggled to stay on the ballot this year. It's so stupid. So stupid. Like, he should have started out at like 30, 35%. Then he should have, you know, I wouldn't even have a problem if it took him all 10 years to get in. Bottom line, he needs to be in. He needs to get traction, and he needs to go into the Hall of Fame. He's good enough, or he was good enough. He's the best outfielder defensively that ever lived. And there is data to back that up. He's fantastic. He deserves to be in. Just talking about Andrew Jones and the fact that he definitely needs to be in the Hall of Fame, talking about who was better at this position, at this type of thing, that kind of stuff. All right. Yeah, the process. I remember reading that on Fangraphs too. And that's just crazy. 400 home runs, 10. Even though 10 Gold Gloves is a really, really bad thing to cite because Gold Gloves are a stupid, like Derek Jeter won a ton of Gold Gloves and he was awful defensively. But you know, still 10, you're doing something right. And 400 home runs too along with it. Only 4 people have ever done that. And 3 of them are first ballot Hall of Famers, and Andrew Jones struggled to stay on the ballot. It's crazy. Vincent, you're like, I mean, you're free to have your opinion on it and everything, but like all of the data suggests that Andrew Jones was the best defensive outfielder of all time. There's very, very little metrics that you can go by that suggest anybody was even close to him. The only guy who was even a little bit close was Willie Mays. He's the only guy that was kind of close. Everybody else was well behind Andrew, including Griffey. Griffey was actually quite overrated defensively. I mean, he was good. He just wasn't like an all-time great defensive player. What's up, Sparky? You never saw one because there isn't a better outfielder. Said about not making it in himself. No, I didn't. He threw some shade. Yeah, dude, the Baseball Writers Association. I just don't like the voting process in general for the Hall of Fame. I think it's a bad process overall. Safe. Oh, okay. We moved him over. That was necessary. How much arm strength? I don't know. It would be 90 plus, I would assume. He'd be reaction and fielding though. He'd be 99. He'd have to be. Oh, what's up, Dario? Dario. I'm gonna go with Dario because there's a guy on MTV, The Challenge. You guys ever watch that show, The Challenge? There's a guy whose name is spelled like that, and his name is Dario. Yeah, guys, I'm a teenage girl. I watch MTV sometimes. I'm sorry. I like The Challenge. I like Are You the One? I think they're cool shows. If that makes me a teenage girl, so be it. Who's the best arm? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one.
Leading off for the O's,
Can't believe my creative player just fucking struck out looking.
Ken Jr.
The new game mode in Fort. What's the new game mode? I didn't know there was a new game mode in Fortnite. Wait, wait, what did he say? Hold up. What did Larry Walker say? Never stuck a needle in his ass, but since he played in Denver, it's like he did. Coors Field is his PED. Dude, that's hilarious. Fucking, what a savage. If David Ortiz stayed on the Twins, that would be interesting. Yeah, dude, there are a lot of YouTubers who have started to inspire me lately to start doing like real life sports stuff, but do it in like an interesting way. There's a YouTuber named Flimlo Raps who, interestingly enough, is also from Mississippi. And what he does a lot of is he plays a lot of like NCAA football, you know, from back in the day and stuff like that, and does dynasties and shit. But another thing that he does is he does a lot of like where are they now, like college players who are really good in college but never panned out in the NFL. And it's a really interesting series, and I really like it. And I would like to, you know, start doing something along those lines, maybe with baseball and like prospects and stuff. I don't know. Sniper. Ooh, sniper only. Oh my. Oh my. I would. Oh, dude. I'm going to be like good at that game. I'm good with a sniper. That's like my best skill on Fortnite probably is sniping. Oh my. Dude, I might have to do a stream of that game mode. That's going to be lit. Did they fix building? Because building is so fucked right now. It's so bad. Sparky, there is, you know, there is an argument that Coors did inflate some of his numbers, but the fact is that his weighted, like you cited, OPS plus and WRC plus and things like that, those take park factors into consideration, and Larry Walker was still elite. Like even given him playing in Coors, he's a Hall of Famer. Or he should be. Yeah, I like soccer. I'm not like a soccer savant. Like, I don't know a ton about it, but I like international soccer personally. Like, I love like World Cup qualifying and watching the World Cup. I'll watch that shit all day, and I'm really disappointed that the U.S. didn't make it this year. But you know, what are you gonna do? I'll still watch the World Cup like crazy. What a play. Guys, hold up. Guys, did you see this play? Look at this. This is one of the best plays I've seen. Like, I don't think I've ever seen like a diving catch just like this one. Oh, what a play. Good play, Bully. Soccer is for pussies. Damn right. Fuck America, baby. America football. Damn cheeseburgers, hot dogs, beer, and football. Fuck soccer. My son came home the other day and told me he was gay and that he was joining the soccer team. And I kicked him out because he's joining the soccer team. That's a joke my friend's dad told me one time. Because the joke is, because in the South, you know, a lot of times like parents are bent out of shape because their kids are gay or something like that. And but his dad, he was like, yeah, I didn't kick him out because he was gay. I kicked him out because he joined the soccer team. I got 180 case. I don't. I just have to know what you're. I don't really. If you have like a need on your team that you need to address, I can give you some options. But just as far as like fun cards to try, just find some cards that look cool and that you want to see how they play and give them a go. You know, you can always sell them back if you don't like them. Pistols and snipers. Okay. I could get down with that though. That'd be a sick game mode. I'd like that. Good play, Jimmer. Jimmer. Yeah, the Molitor, dude, I like that Molitor card. He's just a cool card, man. He's kind of like he is kind of a 5-tool type guy, even though his defense isn't great. He's got that speed, he's got some power, good contact, good vision. Like, there's a lot to like about that card. He also plays 2 premium positions. Well, there's a ton to like about that Molitor card. Oh, no! No shit. Prop hunt? What is prop hunt? I play World War II? No, I do not. Okay, I think we're gonna. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to the pin here. Now that he's gotten another lefty out of his lineup. Whew. Damn, Boley has a quick-ass bat, though. Oh, that's a hell of a pitch. No! What a swing! Oh, man, what a swing. Dude, that was such a good pitch, too. Wow, good hit. Damn, man. All right. We may have to do a Fortnite stream, though, sometime soon with that new game mode. Say Griffey because of his defense. Wait, Griffey or Luis? Are you talking about like in the game? Yeah, probably Griffey. Both have really bad swings, but Griffey has the speed and the defense to go along with it. So yeah, I'd probably go Griffey.
Leading off for Mississippi, right fielder, Carlos Beltran.
There we go. S&M probably whenever 18 comes out at some point, I'll do another tournament. It's definitely going to be different though. I don't know how I'm gonna like set it up, like who wants to play and everything. This last one was kind of a headache to put together, so I'm definitely going to change it. Hey, I'll take a walk. Give me that walk. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. You gonna go to the righty? Probably be a good idea. Good idea. Probably a good idea, ball. Oh, blue. Blue. Oh yeah. That's a laser bomb. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Now batting, second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Nice. All right. All right. We're going to keep Rodney in. Who does he have coming up? Eddie Murray, Cal, Felipe. We get Chad Green warming up. Hell, why not? Let's throw Hanley in here, see what Hanley can do.
Now coming into pinch hit.
Yeah, dude, I'm really starting to like this Braun card. Whoever convinced me to give him a go, thank you, because he is excellent. I don't like his defense. Definitely isn't great, but it doesn't kill you, and offensively and speed wise, he's a maniac.
Jumbo McCracken.
Ball. Counts 1-0. Yep, that ball went out.
Dude, the lack of news is definitely concerning, man. It definitely is. Like, I don't know. Once we get that first trailer and that first stream and all that, it'll definitely ease a lot of the tension. Because I do think that there's a good amount of tension right now in the MLB The Show community. And I think SDS knows this. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I definitely think they're aware of it.
Eddie Murray. The batter, number 8.
Oh, yeah.
Stop. Cal.
Uzi, did you suggest Braun?
Now playing right field.
I know someone did. I don't remember if it was you or not.
Dawson.
Outside, that's a ball.
Ugh. I can't walk him. Just throw strikes. Get it over the plate. All right, there we go. What do we want to throw here? Let's try a backdoor cutter. Oh, that was a good pitch, too. It's a good one. Oh, ooh. Spoiling it. Wow. Is that a homer or foul? Oh, that was a homer. Okay, dude, that was close, though.
The batter.
Look at this.
Felipe
Dude,
Rivera.
Boley has got a quick-ass bat, though. Where's the ball? Oh, there it is. Oh, man, look at that. Dude, it just nicked it. That's like a homer by an inch. Barely. Yeah, I know who Dylan Cozens is.
Attention, please. Now pinch hitting, Eddie Matthews.
Oh, shit. Am I going to have to freaking... Let's get Giles up. Oh, dude, he's got lefties coming up. We're going to the pen. We are going to the pen. We got to get a lefty in here for Seager and Matthews. Yeah, that high fastball kind of seems to be Boley's kryptonite. Wow. Ugh. Where's the hit a baseball? It's definitely hit a baseball.
Corey
It's the hardest thing to do in sports. Boley, your bat speed is impeccable, bro. Oh shit, that was a terrible pitch. I don't know what to do here. Let's try to get creative. There we go. Okay. It's all good.
now batting,
Your eye is really good too. Damn, Boley, you are really good at this game, bro. Like, way better than I thought you were.
1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strike.
I didn't get that high enough. Yes. Are you taking that, Jimmy? Okay. Bonds definitely deserves. Absolutely. Barry Bonds definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. 100%. I missed with that. Daggum.
Nope, that's inside.
No. Okay. Slitter. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional
Oh shit. Hold up, guys. Boley, I'm gonna have to pause for a second. Just a sec. I hear someone beeping their horn at me.
Ball, that's inside. That's ball 2. 2-1. Ball, that's
Oh
over.
shit. What the fuck? What the shit? Damn it. I thought I fucking paused it. Yeah, Pete Rose should also get in. Yeah.
first baseman, number 19.
Well, I think you can. I think both are part of the whole should morality be a factor in Hall of Fame voting. And I don't think it should. I don't think Kurt Schilling should get shut out because of his politics. I don't think that Barry Bonds should not get in because of his substance abuse. I don't think that that Pete Rose should not get in because of his gambling. I think it should be how good of a baseball player you were, and that's it. All right,
For the O's,
got a little bit more work to do.
Beltran.
Boley might come back and take this, though. If he gets a ball to bounce the right way or can put a good swing on a pitch, like, I do not feel comfortable with a 1-run lead here at all.
Andre Dawson.
Counts 1-0.
This is a bad pitch. This is dumb. Why am I doing this? Okay. Hey, Pip. My dog. The reason I had my dog was chasing cars again, being an idiot. My dog really loves to chase cars, and it's not a good thing. Let's see if we can sneak this by him. Ah, shit. Okay. 2 outs. We got 4 more outs to get.
The second baseman, number 6, Jonathan Scope.
I don't know what context that was in, Vincent. I'm sorry. I'm trying to play the game right now. Mets film, I'm not going to stop smoking, bro. I know smoking's bad for me. We talk about this all the time on the stream. You're not going to change my mind. You're not going to run my life. I'm sorry. Okay. I saw your comment the other day. There's not.
Leading off for the Eagles, right fielder, Carlos Beltran.
Oh. thought about trying to stretch that into 2, but there's no way.
The catcher, number 7, Joe.
Get back. Okay, you know what? Let's get V Martin there.
Your attention, please. Now coming into pinch hit.
He was asking me to. I thought, but you said I saw a comment from you the other day that said you need to stop smoking or something like that, like on one of my videos or one of my streams or something like that. Dude, that's hit so hard, but deepest part of the park. Ugh. MLB talk. Probably what happened is probably somebody like banned you or something from the Discord. But like I said, I'm not dealing with it. I'm sorry. I'm tired of people starting shit. I'm tired of the drama. I just don't want to deal with it, man.
Leading off for Baltimore, first baseman, Eddie Murray.
Literally subbed yesterday. Oh, was it not you? I swear I thought it was someone named Mets Films. Well, if it wasn't you, I'm sorry. I could have swore it was you. Maybe it was something else. Someone else that had a name that was Mets related. My bad. How's it going today? It's going good, bro. It's going real good. I've had a couple good games. I've had one where I was facing Dickey and it was just like, you know. And but for the most part, thumbs up. Good day. I've rode Chapman hard this game. Yes, sir. One more out, baby. And we got Jansen coming up. Who's he going to bring in? Who's it going to be? Okay, we're going to get Felipe and Ken Giles ready. Jimmy. What do I want to do here? I don't know what to do. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna stick with Chapman. That was okay. We got Corey Seager coming up next. Maybe we can get Corey Seager out. We just need one more out, but yeah, dude, I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. Okay, my bad, Mets Films. My bad, man. All right, Till. That's cool, man. You can chat at your own pace. I think he's kind of waiting on that high fastball. I think he's ready for it. Good block, V-Mart. Wow. Going back to it. Got him, baby. Dude, Bowly Wooly, good game, bro. I was on pins and needles for like the last 3 innings. My butthole was like this right here. It was like a freaking ray. You could have stuck a rock in my butthole in like 2 seconds, you'd have a diamond. That's how much pressure my asshole was feeling that game. Good game, though, dude. Good game. If Griffey didn't get hurt, he could have been the best player of all time because he would have had a higher average, more RBIs, would have broke the home run record. Vincent, best player of all time, that's pretty heavy. But, I mean, Griffey's already like top 15 player, top 20. Like, he's really fucking good. But if he would have stayed healthy, he would have been better. But I don't like. I think your first mistake is using average, home runs, and RBIs as a measuring stick. All 3 of those stats suck. They're just not good for telling how good a player actually was. But no, I don't think he would have been the best player of all time, but I do think he probably would have been top 5. I'll give you that much. It would have been really tough for him to pass Ruth, Mays, and Bonds, though. Ruth, Mays, and Bonds is like the golden trio. Yeah, it would have been tough, but he's still all-time great, though. Yeah, dude, great game, Bully Wooly. Holy crap. Those are the types of games that I love playing. The ones that are like really fair for the most part, not a lot of cheese, just two guys smashing, and just, you know, just a good overall game. All right, guys. I think that is going to do it for the stream. I've been going for over 2 hours now. And I know I started a little earlier today. I woke up. I wanted to stream, you know. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow. I think I'm going to start taking Sundays off. Just like in general, like don't expect anything from me on Sundays. And some Saturdays, depending on like what's going on. But during the week, I'm going to try to have something out for you guys every day. Okay, so yeah, I love you guys. I will see y'all tomorrow. But until then, peace.